in time for me. Yeah. So as I was saying, the reason why I decided to start speaking up about this was because of extended family members on these islands. So because of the lack of action by the federal government, to this date, no representatives from state and federal government has sat with community leaders up there. This is why people like me and the Torres Strait, the claimants from these islands, decided we've had enough, we need to do something about this. So as you've seen in the media this week, Australian fashion show, this is incredible to see Indigenous representation, but one of the claimants from York Island, I got goosebumps. He said, you need to watch this. It's incredible to see someone that speaks up about the threat of losing and having to move from their island homes. Listen, think about this. When it's king high tides, the water comes in, washes away the graves. These are ancestral remains of my ancestors. If you live in this country as an Australian, and we say this is the lucky and the fair country, what about the plight of Torres Strait Islanders, Los Zenithkes, as we speak? What is going on with that? I want you to think about that when you're going to vote, which of these representatives or the candidates from these parties are actually going to give a damn, because what's happened is they've sent these postcards for the federal MP in Cairns, Mr. Warren Inch, still didn't want to meet with the leaders of these islands, these very passionate people, because every time I hear a story and there's another story of them standing out, oceans are rising, so are we. This is important because it is my social responsibility to create awareness about what's happening up there. We are the second Indigenous people of this country. Torres Strait Islanders have contributed to this country during wartime. Our ancestors have also stood up and fought for change when we were living under an act. So if you say to us, we're not going to do anything about it, the PM goes overseas, what are you going to present? We can't wait till 2030 or 2050. Action starts now. So what are we going to do about that? When you go and read about the demands of the claimants, we want something in place so that the islanders can remain up there. We want something for our future generations. You heard the speaker before talking about that. This is about our Kazis, our Pikinini, or Mipla, why we stand up and do this. It's important for them, but also to honor the legacy of our forefathers. Because when you tell all island people to move from their homes and they're going to become refugees in this country, you take away everything from us. Our culture, our identity, who we are as people, whether that be through song and dance. We are just either it's going to be, we'll accept what is, or we're going to do something about it. So this is where Australians down in the mainland, this is why I talk about this, can show support. You sign the petition, you say, hey, we support the Torres Strait 8, and all I want to do is want people to know and talk about this and have a conversation. So KBSO for everyone for listening. Thank you for coming out today, and for Crystal. And for me, this is a wonderful opportunity, and I am just, it makes me proud that island people are standing up in unity because we want change. That's all. Thank you.